The funny thing is, looking at it from the seat here, it actually just looks like we're going straight into the sky. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Panzer here, and today we're taking a look at Planet Coaster. This is the Early Access Alpha build that is currently available if you have pre-ordered the game. And, well, let's take a look and see what it's all about. So, this is the world map, as you could probably guess. It is spherical in shape, though. Normally these sorts of things are flat. So this could be alien to you if you've grown up with that sort of society. Anyway, so all of these little markers here are different scenarios or different maps that you can pick. And we've got a couple of sandboxes, like so. And we've got pre-made parks, such as this one. And a lot of other pre-mades there. That's a large ravine. There's a sort of foresty sandbox type thing. Oh, wow. Okay. That's a golem of some sort. So you can see there's a lot of different sort of things that they've already started off with. I will say, as far as alphas go, this is very, very fleshed out. So we're going to start off with the ravine and going to see what's available there. Right, so that loaded in fairly quickly, actually. And this is what we're dealing with right here. So, ooh, we can actually just go down to the ground there. Ooh, whoa, whoa, that's very, very quick. Camera movement there. So that's the map. It's actually very, very pretty. So this is made by Frontier, who are the guys behind Elite Dangerous, as well as Rollercoaster Tycoon 3. They were the ones who made that. So if you liked Rollercoaster Tycoon 3, this is the one to go for. Of course, if you like Rollercoaster Tycoon World, then you probably need help. Anyway, so we're going to get on with building. So this is obviously the ravine in question. It is actually quite deep. In fact, I think this really shows off the sort of landscaping type thing that you can do. Not available yet, though. The terrain controls are grayed out. A lot of things are not implemented yet, and you're probably going to see a bunch of bugs in this version. So, what I'm going to do first, I think I'm going to do this, I don't know, we have paths, right? And this is just going to give you an idea of what the path system is kind of like. So we have a bunch of things that we can do with this. We've got angle snap. So right now you can see this sort of freeform kind of city skylines-esque kind of snap-on building for roads. And of course we can just plonk roads down like so. The camera does zoom out automatically to focus on what you're actually building at that point in time. So what I'm going to do is, we want to match the width of this. Now there's a 4-meter path. I think that looks like 9 or maybe 8. Looks like an 8. So we can set the width of it. And I'm going to turn angle snap on to 90 degrees so we can have a straight path. Alternatively, if I don't want to do that, I can just hold... Come on, let me do it. Doesn't want to let me do it. Never mind, we'll just leave angle snap on. And just kind of build along like so. Can we drag that down? Yep, if we hold shift, you can drag it down and create a ramp. If we shorten that length even more, I think that's the maximum that we can go to. We can't... Yeah, we can't bend paths while they're going down, but never mind. So this is a descending path down to the ground, and this will be sort of the main area of the park. There's a nice little sky bridge going along there. In fact, we could even go up to there on that side too. We do that? I don't know if it's going to let me do it. Oh, there we go. So we could even just bring that along like that. And now that needs to come up just a little bit. That's going through the ground. Right. Let's pull that up just a little bit more. And there we go. So that's the path there. So we're going to have something up here and something up down here. Right, so a couple of things that we can actually do with this. Now, this actually has a really robust building system. So we look at the... shops are not available just yet, but we do have some buildings that we can actually put together. So we've got some facilities, and we've got hats, and we've got drink shops and things. And we can put a drink shop over here, I think. Just there. Now, you might notice that this looks a little bit plain. And what you're actually seeing here, this is the edit building mode. So I can even just put another stall right next to it if I want to, and that counts as one building, which is quite nice indeed. And then we can just add attachments to it. So if I want a certain type of roof, maybe we could put a tiled roof on that. Doesn't look particularly great like that. It's probably not what we want to be doing, to be honest. Oh, that sort of works. Can we rotate that? I don't know how to rotate. Alright, that's snap. That's height. How do we rotate things? I don't know. But we probably don't need to. Look at that! That looks kind of nice. We got a nice little roof going on there. And we've got all sorts of different attachments. We can even put little platforms like that. I mean, we can even raise this up if we really want to. We can put all sorts of little building attachments on there. I think we might put a little chimney. Nice little chimney right there. And a couple of other decorations as well. We've got moss. If we want to make it sort of piratey themed. That's a pretty damn big cutlass, actually. And the front of it we can decorate with signs as well. So we've got little spotlights that we can use. And these actually work at night. You will actually see those lit up there. I'm going to put this, make it look sort of like a fishing village, I think. That could work. It's a little netted floating lantern right there. And it's playing music. It's actually coming from the store itself, so we move away. Alright, I'm going to stop playing with that. A little iron ring, I think. A sort of oriental fishing village, kind of. I think that's what we're going for here. We can, of course, just have sort of different drink shops as well. I don't know, I kind of regret going with the panelled one, because it doesn't quite fit. They all seem to be playing this sort of generic Creative Commons type background music. But yeah, you know, it works, it's fine, I'm not going to complain. Was it this one? Yeah. See, that looks a lot better already, except there's this giant gap there, but that's fine. We can work with that. We go put some walls down. There we go, sandstone walls there. We can put that at the back. I don't exactly know how we can rotate that to fit. Oh, we just tap Z. And that's how we do it. So yeah, we can actually just make a nice little building like that. The walls do stick through it a little bit though. So yeah, so we got our little hut here. We can just put a couple of little decorations on there. Put one of these. And oh, we can put a nice little chimney again, like what we had before. Could put a couple of little windows in there as well. Nice little window there. Put a little basement window underneath, why not? Yeah, that's really looking very, very nice. In fact, we can even put a door on this wall here. Or we could put it at the back. Yeah, we can put it at the back there. Just a nice little door there. A little watchtower on the side, because why not? Yeah, you get a little bit silly with this, because why not? There's a lot of things you can genuinely do with this. Put little loops here. Oh, we can even hang a skeleton on there if we really want to. A little pirate bell. Or a little pirate flag. That's going to knock people's heads off for sure. A little cannon. Oh, it's animated as well. There's a lot of detail. It comes out, it fires, it goes back in. That's actually really nice. You can put a little Union Jack there. Oh, I know what I'm going to do with that one. Okay, so, yeah. So now we're done with this whole building, we can then duplicate it, and we can put it somewhere else. So this makes decorating a park very, very simple and very easy. Of course, we don't want to do that. That's just the drink store. So if I make that, I can just duplicate that anywhere else, and it then fits the theme. And it does scale very nicely as well. Game runs, well, at the moment on my machine, it's running at about 40 frames a second. Which, as an alpha, you know what, that's perfectly acceptable. I'm okay with that. If you have a stronger machine than this, of course, it will run much better, of course. So I'm going to just put this right next to it. You can really just go ham with the decorations, and I really, really like that. I really like that. Let's see, we've got that bell tower. So we could put a little pirate flag up at the top of it, like that. A lot of little things here. What else do we have? Gilded crest. Nice cutlass there. Building attachments. There's a lot of things. Genuinely, a lot of things. And I could just honestly get lost in this. But of course, the heart of Planet Coaster, in fact, any roller coaster game, will be the rides. And we do want to kind of follow with the theme here, so we do have a little bit of a sort of piratey kind of island theme going on. So we can actually place rides, and these rides are fantastically detailed. Genuinely very, very nicely detailed. So we have this ship here, which I want to kind of place over the edge. Oh, wow, where have we gone? We've gone somewhere. I'll just place it a little bit over the edge here, but I don't think that's going to work out so well. I think that's about as close as we can get. We can even lift this up just ever so slightly. Put on a nice little platform there, right over the edge. So we have rides such as this. These, of course, have a very streamlined kind of place, entrance, place, exit, like so. A nice little checklist, so you can never really forget to do that. So let's just build that. A nice little queue line, like so. I think it's just added a little bump to it. Not something I expected it would happen, but there we go. So then, in order to connect it to a path, now queue paths can't be connected to normal paths. They need ticket booths. So in order to do that, we need to make a queue line. And I'm expecting queues for this. They usually do, don't they? These sorts of rides like that. Kind of don't want it to snap, but you know what? I'm okay with that. Let's go with that, and we can just turn it on. So at the moment, ooh, I just did a thing. I don't know what I did. Not gonna question it. I think I did something. Anyway, so we can let's raise this up a little bit. Actually, I don't know why I'd do that. So bring that down over here. Rotate the screen around. Now I'm using Q and E to actually rotate the screen, and I've just realised this has come off at a bit of an odd angle, and so that doesn't actually join up there, which is a little bit of a problem, just a little bit. So just gonna make this work by just fitting it in like that, and that doesn't fit either. Right. At least one of the advantage of freeform pathing is you can do this, which you wouldn't be able to do in the previous games, because, and I say previous games because this is the successor to Rollercoaster Tycoon. Let's not make any mistakes about that. You didn't have that option, so you really had to deal with that. And look at the crowds. Look at the crowds coming in. I actually discovered this earlier. Oh, God. I believe he's eating that person. Right. So I discovered this feature that you can actually click on any person. These are all named. These are all named guests. Right here. So if we click this, it says ride camera. I'm assuming you're not going to be riding your guests. Or maybe you are. But you can see the park in first person, which is always nice. And you can actually hold middle mouse and look around. You are looking from the perspective of one of the guests in the park. And of course, this isn't much of a park yet. It just has a drink store and a pirate ship. So it's not really anything yet, but this is something you can do. You can, of course, just zoom all the way in and do that as well, but, you know, where's the fun in that? Right, so, I know the more keen-eyed viewers among you will have been looking at the toolbar and noticed that. Yeah, the coasters function is not really, well fleshed out yet, but we can still try it out. So let's go with this one. This is the box spline track, and we can start making a roller coaster. I think we're going to start from up here. That should give us the best possible chance of just not needing too many chain pulls. I don't really like chain pulls. I really don't. I prefer to just kind of use... Oh, that's the wrong way. Right, moving that. So, building in this game, right-click is delete, left-click is place, and this does sort of follow the old way of doing things, but you have a lot more functionality in this. We have the chain lifts, we have block brakes, we have boosters, and you can see all the placeholder descriptions and things as well. And we have all of the preset pieces as well. So, a lot of nice little pieces that we can already use. I'm going to put a booster track here for the moment. Let's see if we can build that. I don't know if we need any specific... I don't know if we need anything specific for that. If there's any settings for it. Maybe there is. Oh, we also have a smooth function. I don't know what that actually does. No idea. Right, so let's just build that off to the edge. Let's get a nice little gradual lift going on there. Build that. Is that not going to work? Oh, maybe that's too far out. Can we go down then? I don't think we can. I quickly realized that the way that I was going there, going off the edge, probably won't work so well, so we'll probably have to do it from this side. Of course, if I do it that way, it should... I don't know. Let's try it and see what happens. Okay, so we're going to need a little bit of a chain pull here. Let's put the chain on that. Can we pull that up a little bit higher? We can. Alright. And let's smooth that off. And then we don't need the chain there. And our bank is like that. We can even fully invert it already, pretty much. So we don't really need that yet, but the controls are just so simple to use. At least in my view, anyway, it is. Let's go down a little bit, turn that way a little bit, and let's bank just ever so slightly. And yeah, we can keep going down, and the game just sort of repeats what you're actually doing. So I'll just zoom in so we can see what's going on. It does actually just carry over your settings from the previous piece and go from there. So if you're trying to build a particular pattern, it'll just repeat that pattern, which is really, really useful. Alright, we don't want to dive all the way down. So we're going to smooth it out over here. And probably get a nice little S-bend going on. In fact, we could just go straight a little bit more and get a bend going here with pretty hard bank, I think. And let's smooth that out again. So at the moment, anyway, not the most exciting of roller coasters. But a very twisty one. So, I mean, this is one way of going over the path. I mean, at least you can kind of see it. And of course, you know, your spare change can hit the people below. So I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to drag this back over to this side. And see, I don't even know if we have the speed to do all of that, frankly. I'm going to try out one of these. So we've got a bunch of different loops. We've got a Cobra roll. God knows what that is. We've got barrel rolls. Steep 0G roll. Could that even work, though? A diving loop. Oh, I guess that goes down. Oh, you know what? I do like the look of that. If it, well, I mean, not when it's going into the ground, obviously, but that could be very, very nice. All right, let's ride this roller coaster, shall we? Start that. Go to the ride camera. Let's have a look at where this goes. So I have no idea if this is even going to work. The one thing is, at the moment, you do not have the means to edit any of these coasters or cars yet. But all of this is entirely generated physics, so maybe it's gonna be good? I have no idea. Well, it seems to make it through this part okay. So maybe we'll be fine. Going straight into that loop there. I think it might actually stop here. Yeah. So that bit there proved to be a little bit too much. Okay. And let's try that again. So we do have a bunch of different camera angles. We've got the cinematic camera and we've got the seat camera. And this is actually a really nice roller coaster for the rather nice train choice for this because of the glass at the front that we can actually see through. And of course we've got interest as well. You can see from the back of the train, from the nose cam, or we can even see the people in the train. It's all very nice. And the cinematic camera, of course, is not fixed. It does seem to move a little bit from time to time. And it does cycle through all the different views as well. So it seems to go through the loops just fine. I think it's just this bit here that it just loses too much speed. And that seems to pull it along just nicely, but it might end up stopping before we get to the next chain pull. This is a very slow bit after all. I feel like it's going to stop again. So, yeah, a little bit of a problem there. Right, let's remove the train again and edit the track. So, I think what we could do is add boosters to this bit. No idea if this will actually work, but we're going to try that. Alright, third time's a charm. The train's gone out of the station. See, we know we can make it through this bit just fine. And there it goes, round the pirate ship. And that's through the diving loop there. Going up through the Norwegian loops. Loops imported from Norway, of course, only the finest of loops. And there it goes up to the chain pull. Hopefully it makes it to the boosters. I don't know if the boosters entirely work, because it has come to a complete stop. Alright, 4 times the charm. I've replaced the boosters with a chain pull, and hopefully that gets us where we need to go. It is looking very nice, though. The funny thing is, looking at it from the seat here, it actually just looks like we're going straight into the sky. And one thing about chain pulls, they don't really give you a lot of speed, so going straight at this point, it might actually just grind to a halt again. And it has. Why is building roller coasters so hard? Alright, off we go again for the 5th time, and actually been on a chain pull for so long that I actually feel like this might actually just be the whole ride. Also, the amount of detailing it. Look at that! That's something nobody's ever going to look at, that floor. And that seat looks like actual cheap plastic that roller coasters are made out of. It's like the plastic on the back of a bus seat. It's actually kind of gross. Oh, here we go. Now here's hoping the brakes actually work. Yeah, I think everybody's going to have their neck snapped by that. By which I mean, this is a perfectly functioning roller coaster, and I'm going to just open it, if I can click on it. There we go. That is now open. I gotta say, it isn't a bad roller coaster. In fact, this entire park area, like this white boundary, this is the edge of the actual park. We've got a lot of space to work with. We can actually have a lot of roller coasters going around this place. And once we have terrain tools as well, I think we can do a lot more with that as well. But I'm going to end that one there. That's just a very quick first look at I was going to say Rollercoaster Tycoon 4, but no, it's not. This is Planet Coaster. So it's a very quick look at Planet Coaster. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Panzer. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I will see you next time.